So we are live. Hopefully someone might turn up in a minute. I can see what happens. If not, then I'm going to crack on, start the little hunt we're doing, and we'll catch up. Ah, someone's joined. Excellent. So this is our practice test ready ahead of the coin-a-thon. So something a little bit different as well. I'm going to do something with pennies, but I was hoping that a couple of people might show up. We'll keep it track. So we've got two showing us watching there. Be nice to get some comments. Who's joined? And then we can see about starting off. Okay, just to say, this is a practice ready ahead of the coin-a-thon. The other thing Ian wants to do is to allow various people that do hunts to use his live stream for part of their normal hunts. So this will be something a little bit different to a lot of what you've seen on Ian's 12 till 5 and even the other CJs that have done various hours as part of what Ian has been doing about his filling up of the YouTube channel. So this is more around hunts. And in the future he has said that when we do some live hunts, it will just be a case of, perhaps recording our own normal hunts on the live stream to give him some extra time and content, and also to give us a chance to showcase our channels. So RJ Coins, we are, Richard and John. If you do go across, that would be lovely. And you can take a look at what we've done. At the moment on there is the 10 Peter Rabbit circulation videos. There's 4 50p hunts and a round pound hunt as well. Today I was just going to do something a little bit different. As I say, it's just a practice really to make sure everything was working and we're ready for the coin-a-thon in many ways. And I was going to build on something that Ian often says about with the Great British Coin Hunt and look at some pennies. Ian often has done videos around, what is a coin worth and what can he retail it for. And even with a penny, there are ones that are rarer, scarcer, more sought after, and that potentially if you find them, you can look to put them up and sell them for a lot more than a penny. So Ian sells everything on the Great British Coin Hunt penny wise for at least £1 and a penny, and they do go up to the proof year of 1972 £14.95. So when you're looking to build your date runs, then you're not always going to find these, even though there's quite a lot made, to say the least. And as I go through the hunt, what I'm going to do is to call out a few of the mintage figures, as well as the ones that are perhaps the ones that you could potentially sell for a little bit more. My first coin that I actually bought from the Great British Coin Hunt was a 1981 penny to complete a date run of pennies. So it just shows that people are there looking for a date run, and they can't always find them, and they will go away and buy one to complete their collection and their date run. So I'm going to start with this. I'm also recording it for my own channel, and we'll potentially look to edit that down to something a little bit more manageable than the hour or so that we're hoping for here. So first of all, we've got 2 designs to look for. The original portcullis design, and this particular one, the first one I picked out, is from 1998. So hopefully you can see that. So in 1998 there were 740 million of these minted, and therefore that is one of the ones that Ian sells for £1 and a penny. So it's not one of the ones that is any rarer, but it still goes to show that potentially someone's going to want that 1998. And this one, for example, despite the fact it's over 20 years old, is in pretty good condition. So you may well be able to look to put that aside, list it up and see what you can get for it. Second design here, part of the shield. So where you put all of the coins together from the different denominations, it forms the full shield. And this one is 2010. So 2010, also 609 million of these minted. Retails on the Great British Coin Hunt at £1 and a penny. Portcullis design, 1990. 529 million of those. £1 and a penny. So far we haven't found one that is greater than the standard value. So again, a portcullis design. This one's 1980. 416 million. Also your start figure at £1 and a penny. Shield, and this one is 2016. £368 million. Also starts at £1 and a penny. Another decent condition one from 2004. 739 million. Again, base figure one, £1 and a penny. One from the year 2000. £1.6 billion in that particular year. So even though there's 1.6 billion, still listed on the inside there on the Great British Coin Hunt at £1 and a penny. That's a 2004. So again, second one of those, 739 million. $2007. That one much dirtier, probably not going to be selling that one. The other good thing about starting with pennies, of course, is it doesn't take a lot to think about listing some pieces up for sale. I've literally only got £1 here. Shields from 2013. Again, 260 million of those, £1 and a penny. But when you're starting with £1, it's not a big outlay at all. So if you're looking at 50p's, 20p's, etc., then potentially you are looking at quite a big outlay if you did want to do a big listing. It's a 1995. £303 million. And 2006. in 524 million in 2006. Another one from 2000, the year where there was 1.06 billion. So you should, in theory, find quite a few of those. Is it 2016? And again, despite the fact that that's only 3 years old, that's not in as good a condition as many of the older ones we've looked at so far. This one's in 1975. I think you have to take my word for that one. Quite difficult to read that one. 221 million, just a standard pound and a penny on that particular price on the Great British Coin Hunt. Okay, we've got the first one here that has a greater retail pricing. So this portcullis, 1973. Let's see if we can get this one shown there, 1973. So 1973, 280 million of those, but because it's one of those first few years and there was none produced in 1972, then that one does retail at £1.95. So nearly twice the price charged on a full retail value for that. On 1996, 724 million of those ones, standard pound and a penny. And another 2004, 739 million of those. So as you can see so far, vast majority just standard. Another 2004. But we've already found one that potentially would retail at nearly twice that price. Got a 2002, which is 601 million on the mintage, again standard base price. Got a 1987. Mintage on that, 500 million, standard base price. Two 2009, $556 million of those produced, and you'd be looking at standard base price on that at £1 and a penny on the Great British Coin Hunt. I mentioned now as well that Ian has informed me that as from today, during the normal 12 till 5 live stream that happens, the voucher codes will cease, the hourly voucher codes etc. will cease, so they'll no longer be happening from today. Any of the future auctions on those streams at the moment will continue to be in A to Z coins, so you're bidding a number of A to Z coins for the various items that are up for the auction, and that will continue for the foreseeable future. And just a note around the gold proof auction that was running last night, and that currently stands at 400 A to Z coins as the current winning bid, and the plan is for that particular auction, for that gold proof, to close at 10 p.m. tonight, Monday evening, the 21st. So just a few bits of housekeeping there, and I'll mention that a couple of times further into the rest of the video in case anybody pops in and has missed that. Got a 1995 on that one. 303 million of those. Again, standard base price. Got 1989. That's a standard base price, £1 and a penny on the Great British Coin Hunt. (2003). 539 million of those. And a 2002 at 601 million. So what's the worst going to happen when you're looking at this, really? You spend a few minutes looking through and you may find a couple of gems, either to complete your own date run. Got 2001, 928 million of those, or that you can set aside and look to list up. There's a 2004 in horrible condition. List them up and see what happens. Just leave them there, because you don't necessarily expect to get the full retail price as you would from the Great British Coin Hunt. Partly because some of these coins are not necessarily in exactly the quality that you would be wanting to sell them at top retail price for. Whereas with Ian and the Great British Coin Hunt, you have got some assurance that the coin they're providing to you is going to be of the quality that you'd expect, and you'll get the coin in terms of that. 2008 shield. So in 2008, that's when the design changed. So this is the shield, which became the new design at that time. And in that particular year, 2008, there were 508 million of the shield design produced. What you're looking for in 2008 is the portcullis design. It was a 2003, but if you find the 2008 portcullis design, the mintage of that particular design in that year when it swapped over was 180 million. So a lot scarcer, potentially more sought after, and of course it was the last penny produced with the portcullis design, and that one would retail on the Great British Coin Hunt at £1.95. So it's one to keep aside potentially for your listings as well. We've got 2006. £524 million of those. Again, standard base price. Got a 1979. 416 million. Another from 2000. So 2000 was the year when there was 1.06 billion produced. And aside from the very first year in 1971, when the penny changed to this form, that's the biggest mintage year. And 1971 was over 1.5 billion. Aside from that, it is that figure in 2000 where the most were minted. So that's a 1996, 724 million. Base figure on the retail price and value. (1991), which is 206 million, so one of the lower figures, but still one that is at the base price. $1978. Pretty nasty condition, that one. 459 million in 1978. We've got 3 people with us now. So hoping we might get 1 or 2 more than that. We've got 1994. In 1994 there were 843 pennies produced. But still, makes that pound and a penny. Got the first couple of likes, that's nice to see. Thank you for those. Perhaps if we can have 1 or 2 comments, that would be quite nice as well. We see who is on with us. But 1997, 397 million in 1997. And another one from 2000. So in theory you should find quite a few from 2000 given the mintage of 1.06 billion. Excellent, so we've got another one here that is a more significant potential retail price, which is in 1982. See if we can get the date to show. In 1982, only 100 million of these minted. So the retail on the Great British Coin Hunt site for that, £2.95. So we'll put that one to the side as well. So potentially, all you've got to do is sell that 1 coin, and even if you're not putting it through as a full retail, such as on Ian's site, you could double your money from 1 coin. That one's in 1992, 254 million. (2006), 524 million of those. Again, a relatively newer one at 2015. The other thing around 2015 is when the portrait changed. So you've got both the 4th and the 5th portrait produced in 2015 to look out for. Both of them retail at £1 and a penny, although the 4th portrait version did only actually have a mintage of 154 million. So relatively low in terms of the figures that we see for the majority of these. 2002 there, 601 million. Hello Chris, I've just seen your comment come up on my phone. I've got that to the side. It's not coming up on my live stream screen for some reason. We've got another 2000. Horrible condition that one is in. Thank you for joining us, Chris. And I see you've got mod facilities as well, so that would be useful if we did get anybody. If we get some more people to join, that would be great. 1999, 891 million made in that year. So as you can imagine, that's a base £1 and a penny. That one is so bad I can't even read the year. I'll pass that one to John. We'll see if his younger eyes can make that one out at all. Hello Lorna, thanks for joining us.
could be 1990.
1990?
So I'm not sure,
Yep.
obviously. It could be, I think it's that.
So this one's a 1998. 740 million of those, so that would retail at £1 and a penny. Just to let you know, Lorna, what I'm doing here is a penny hunt. So you've probably seen and heard Ian go on around looking through any coins. Anything could be listed, anything can come up at a greater value than just what the face value is. So similar to what Bungle does on his 10p's. So that's a 1971, the original year of issue. 1.5 billion of those. So just the base figure of £1 and a penny that it sells for on the Great British Coin Hunt. And just looking to see how easy it is to pull aside ones that you might be able to make some money off yourself. That's a 1999. So even ones like this, which are relatively common, 1999, 891 billion. But if you find one like that in reasonably good condition, might be something worth listing. If you can get £1 for something like that to fill someone's date run. Yeah, they are difficult, Lorna, to read on the pennies.